Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back again, man. And it's time for the Tuesday banger. It's time for the Tuesday banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the Tuesday banger, and I got one. That's a lock. I keep one. But like I always say before I start my videos, I have no problem delivering this content, making sure everybody that's outside working, being productive, providing for their family the legit way, y'all got something to listen to in y'all Bluetooth while y'all working, man. I have no problem doing these things. I have no problem letting y'all know how dangerous prison is. I have no problem doing these things, man. I just need y'all to do one thing. Just stay out the way from me, man. That's all I ask. I don't ask for much. I just want you to stay out the way. Why? Because our family needs us to, man. They don't need us in jail. They don't need us in prison, man. Our family needs us right beside them. That's where your family needs you, man. Right beside them, man. If you get locked up, man, it's a wrap, man. You can't do nothing about what's going on, man. You must be careful, man. You must understand that your family means more than anything, man. It means more than anything, man. If you get locked up, man, like it just takes so much from them, man, when you go inside, man. Like I understand you got to get your money. I understand you have to do whatever you have to do to provide for your family, man. But there are other ways to get to this bag. I'm telling y'all, man, there are other ways. We just have to unlock and discover it. That's all we got to do, man. Would you tell me what makes more sense? You taking the risk to be out there on the streets to provide for your family, getting money the crazy way, or you just being beside your family, struggling together and y'all figuring out how y'all gonna put food on the table together and they still get to see you every day and you still get to be around your kids every day? Which one is more important? Just think about it, y'all, man. I'm just trying to keep y'all out the way, man. That's all I'm trying to do, man. But y'all already know what time it is, man. It's the Tuesday banger game, so you already know what I need y'all to do with this one right here. Like, share, subscribe this one, y'all. Let's get this. Get it. Let's go. But it's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called He Looked Up to His OG. It's a crazy situation right here, man. But in prison, man, you got all type of people, man. People come in disguises. People always got agendas. People always come like they're your friend. People act like they love you. They do all type of things, man. There's so many chameleons and there's so many snakes and there's so many sneaky people inside of prison. It's pathetic. I believe that's where all the people that are sneaky snakes and crazy are at, in prison. And that's where they're supposed to be at. When we got in trouble and put ourselves there, prison is where we're supposed to be amongst the crazy maniacs. So people are so like conniving and like they always have an angle how they want to deal with you or whatever the case is, man. So you have to be careful, man. People that just coming into jail and just coming into prison, you have to be careful because people come in disguise. They come as your friend. They come as somebody that they want you to look up to, all type of stuff, man. You never know these days. But we on Susses 2 for this one, y'all. We on Susses 2 for this story right here, man. And I can remember, man, being in 3D, man. We was in 3D pod. Everything going smooth in 3D pod, man. And the time that I was in there, this is kind of like my roommate that just went to the hole. You know what I mean? Like I just wasn't really feeling like 3D like that no more. Like I was feeling like I was gonna be up next anytime now for them to come, you know what I mean, try to run down on me or come give me a dirty yawn or whatever the case was. I just wasn't really feeling the pod no more, man. They got rid of a lot of dudes that I rock with, you know what I mean? They got rid of my homeboy. I just wasn't feeling 3D like that no more. Y'all already know how I used to tell y'all how much I used to love this pod. But it just was getting to the point where I wasn't feeling it like that no more. Now, it was still a few of my dudes in there, but it just wasn't the same. And they were saying the same thing too. Like, man, we got to get out of this building because like so much done happened. We the only population part over here. Like it's time for us to kind of move around. So that was going to be everybody playing. But for the time being, we stuck in 3D. So the whole time, this time that I'm in 3D, man, it was a couple of guys in there that I dealt with, man. And like, you know, I'm starting to get a little older. So I'm like amongst the olders of the 23s, the 22s, the 24s. I'm like amongst the version of those, like, you know what I mean? Just on the strength that they know I've been on Susses for a while from the beginning. So a lot of dudes rock with me for different particular reasons. This one dude, man, used to rock with me. I ain't even gonna lie. He was younger than me. I'll give him to be like 20. If I was, matter of fact, we probably was like the same age, matter of fact. Because around this time right here, I want to say I was like 23 or 22 or something like that. But we was probably around the same age. But this dude I'm talking about name is Drew. Now, Drew was a cool dude. Like, he was one of those dudes, like, you know, he came from another compound. I want to say he was on Nottoway, but when he came to Sussex, they put him straight in 3D, which was a good thing. He struck, not saying he's weak or nothing, but like, you know, he came over there where we was at. Like, at that moment, it wasn't really no maniacs, terminators, or predators in there at the moment. Now, dudes were shake, rattle, and rolling in there, but it wasn't none of the other people in there. So he came to a good spot. Now, he been in the pod now probably about 2-3 months now. Now, Drew is, you know, Drew, I have came to know that, you know, Drew, we like to blow the tree. You know what I mean? Both of us used to blow the tree. We had that in common. You know what I mean? He'll come through, blow the tree. He was one of those younger dudes that kind of like, he didn't care about having a TV. You know what I mean? He just wanted to listen to some music every now and then. You know what I mean? He still had a slight little support system. Me and him used to smoke and kick it. He told me his mom was locked up. You know what I mean? So at the moment, he didn't get a visit unless his sister would come every blue moon. So like, he wouldn't get no visit like that. You know what I mean? But me and bro used to kick it though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he was an alright dude. You know, he was from Suffolk, matter of fact. You know what I mean? So like, just to see, you know what I mean, a dude that didn't really care about a TV or nothing. He just cared about listening to the music. He didn't work out. He wasn't trying to get no money. He wasn't trying to do nothing. You know what I mean? Every now and then he'll be messed up. He'll come through asking he borrow something. You know what I mean? Something like that. But for the most part, man, like, you know, bro was kind of like in scramble mode. You know what I mean? But he told me why he was in scramble mode. He was like, yo, my mama locked up. But he was telling me that she's supposed to beat her case. And when she get out, you know what I mean, he gonna be straight. So that's all he used to say. I wasn't expecting for him to tell me the whole count of what was going on or whatever the case. But that's what bro said. So I say a little bit more time go on. You know what I mean? A little bit more time go on. Out of nowhere, bro get off the jack. Bro, super happy. He's super happy when he get off the phone. He get off the jack. I see him. You can tell when somebody getting good news when they're on the payphone, the wall phone. Like, you see his reaction. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll say Drew was like young looking dude, brown skinned dude, had the little small little fro looking type of dude. That's how Drew looked. Like, he didn't look like he was, like, he looked harmless. I ain't even gonna lie, he looked harmless. He wasn't in a gang. He didn't push nothing at nobody. He didn't have a whole lot of friends, you know what I mean? But, you know, for the most part, like, you know what I mean? Like, I could tell from that phone call, he was on the phone, or whoever he was on the phone with, it was great news. You could see it. Like, he was looking happy, super happy on the jack. So he get off the jack. He like, yeah. He was like, bro, that's word. He was like, my mama case got non-processed. I'm like, for real? Like, yeah, man. He was like, man, but she might get, you know, they might call it back. They got a certain amount of time. So he breaking all that down. But he was like, for the most part, she cleared. So I'm like, that's what's up. I never asked him what was his mama case. I felt like that wasn't my business. But, you know, I remember when bro told me that, you know what I mean? So he happy. Like, he was super duper happy. So I dapped him up like, that's what's up, bro. Like, that's what's up, man. You need to get out of jail, man. You don't need no parents in jail. You know what I mean? What we gonna do with the parents in jail? So bro was like, you know what I mean? I seen him kind of like through the week. He was getting ready. He went and got a haircut. He went and did everything. You know what I mean? Bro get a visit immediately. Mom Dukes pull up. You know what I mean? Mom Dukes pull up, go see him. You know what I mean? I ain't go over to the visit at the time, but I see he went to the visit. You know what I mean? Drew come back from the visit. Drew go straight in the room, put the cut up. Boom. I wasn't even thinking, you know, I'm in the pod. It's winter time, so we not outside rec around this time. He comes back around after 2. Well, we not outside. It's winter time, so I wasn't out there. They had rec, but I didn't go out there. It was too cold, so I'm in the pod. I see him come back to his cell and put the cut up, so I didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? I'll say probably like 30, 40 minutes later, he took the cut down to merge. He came out in the pod. He mingled for a minute. He hopped on the jack. I guess he called his peoples. The things people do when they come out from visit, you know what I mean? He could have been using the bathroom, all I know, when he went in there and put the cut up, because I wasn't thinking, you know what I mean, bro had to pack or nothing, you know what I mean? But he came out, you know what I mean, after using the phone. Bro walked around, talked to a couple of more dudes, you know what I mean? He used to holler at a couple of dudes. Then he came to my cell. So when he seen me, like, he waited till they did cell break, and he seen I went up there. When I went up there, he came up there behind me. I looked, he was right there. He was like, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? I was like, what's up? What's good? He was like, as soon as he hit the threshold, I smelled it. I smelled the weed on him. You know what I mean? I'm like, you got some smoke? He was like, yeah, I ain't got a lot. You know what I mean? Mom Dukes, I told you she home, bro. She just want me to have some food in my box. She ain't trying to, you know what I mean, snap out like that, but you know what I mean? She brought me some weed and she brought me goddamn my little shot. I'm like, what's your little shot? Because the whole time he been in the pod, he didn't never like show or tell me, or I ever saw or witness what his shot was besides the marijuana. So I'm like, what's your shot? He was like, he went in his pocket and he pulled out another small little bag, and it wasn't a lot. It probably was like a half a gram game. Like, it wasn't nothing major, but I see it. I'm like, what's that? It was white. So I'm thinking it's the outer pay. I'm like, what's that? He like, nah, it's the D block. It's the D block. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, you mess with the D block, man, Drew. I ain't know you. He was like, a little bit, I'm just, I sniff it, you know what I mean? A little something. I'm like, bro, that's bro, I didn't know that, bro. I was like, be careful with that, bro. But I'm like, what's up with that smoke, though? What's good? He like, nah, look, I ain't got a lot, though, but I can't just throw you a little something, man. You always look out. You know what I mean? So bro threw me about a half a spoon. He threw me probably like 2-3 pack pieces. You know what I mean? This on the strength. You know what I mean? I took it. You know what I mean? It was free. What could I say, y'all? So boom, a little bit more time going on. You know what I mean? Bro going to visit probably like twice a month, getting his joint from his mama. You know what I mean? His mama turned out to be thorough, man. You know what I mean? She was just in jail for fighting the case. She beat the case. Now she's straight coming to the penitentiary to bring her son to sack, which is wild. But I told y'all in a lot of stories, man, when you see parents or loved ones coming to do that for their people, a lot of parents and loved ones are thinking that maybe this can help their peoples do their bid. Because I told y'all, like, the sack is power. You got the sack, that's power. And it don't take a dumb parent on the outside to know that if I help my son, he'll be able to have some power and move around like he want. If he got a little swag and know what he doing. That's why parents do what they do, because they be thinking it's going to help their kids. And a lot of time it does. But Drew is not a get money type of dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure his mom is doing it just to make sure that he's getting to a little bit of money, not really sending her money or just whatever the case is, but she just looking out for her son. But she makes sure you take care of yourself in there. Like, that's what that's about now. You can't have your mom, your parent, whoever doing that for you come save you by doing that, and then you being stupid with it in the inside. But Drew is the type of dude, he would have the sack. And then like a week later, he broke again. You know what I mean? It's like he back to normal or back to what he used to be. Coming to my door. Hey, T-Weez, hey, bro, look. Man, let me hold a box of blacks. Let me hold a Sasha's. Let me hold 2 suits. Let me hold this, let me hold that. Like, he stayed. I wasn't store boxing, so if I had it, I would just give it back. You know what I mean? So bro stayed like, and I like when he came after this time, his mom brought him the pack. He came, he was like, hey, I said, yo, bro, thought you just had the pack last weekend. He was like, oh yeah. Cause he didn't have a gamble problem. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, man, this shit come and go, bro. I made a little something, got shit come and store there, He tried to run it down. I'm like, bro, listen, bro, you better stop being crazy with that pack, man. He was like, yeah. He was like, man, that's crazy, man. So he come in and jump and sit down. So I'm like, bro, what's up? What's good? Cause I kind of was about to leave. He's like, nah, you like crazy. I'm high, bro. I'm high as hell, bro. I'm like, I know, bro. I'm like, you look stoned, bro. Like, he was like, no, man. He was like, man, I gotta sit, rest my feet for a minute. I was like, bro, hurry up. The lady said, yeah, poosh. Cell break was over with. So me and him trapped in the damn cell. I'm like, man, come on, man. I just hit the button. Hey, look, come on, man. The door closed. I was trying to come out. She said, no, you gotta wait the next cell break. So now me and Drew trapped in my cell. So he in there just like, hi, talking. So I'm like, yo, bro. So like, how you get turned out on the D block, bro? Because he didn't look like a dude that did this drug. A lot of people in prison kind of don't look like they do that drug unless they shooting it or they've been doing it for years. Like, you can tell like that. But he didn't look like it at all because he was my age. You see what I'm saying? So like, I'm like, damn, how you get turned out? He was like, man, it's crazy. When I was at Nottoway, man, you know what I mean? When I was at Nottoway, tried it, you know what I mean? Because I ain't tried it on the street. He was like, tried it, man, and I like it. You know what I mean? So, I do that and the weed, So he broke down. I understood, like, damn, bro, like, you just tried a major dangerous drug. What the hell was you thinking? But I let him live his life, man. The lady called celebrate. I was happy. We got the hell up out of there, y'all. So, boom! I say probably about another 2 weeks go by. 2 weeks go by. You know what I mean? Out of nowhere. Goddamn, we on the yard. We out there. I'm talking to my homeboy that's in 2 building. We on the big yard. So we out on the big yard with 4 building, but we down at the end of the yard talking to 2 building. So I'm on this end of the gate talking to my homeboy. Like, yeah, we on the fence. Yeah, bro. We kicking it. I look to my right. I see Drew. I didn't even know Drew was out there. When I looked to my right, he was at like the gate part, like where they opened the gate at from 2 building side. Cause they got 2 parts of the gate. They'll let you in from outside of the yard, which is 3 and 4 building, or they can let you in from 1 and 2 building side. There was 2 gates on a big yard. So he's standing by the gate and he talking to like this big dude. You know what I mean? And when I look, I never seen this big dude before on the compound. Like, I kind of know people in 2 buildings, not everybody in 1 building, but like, I have seen people, like, you know what I mean? Like, he was like a new face, maybe because it was his size, but he was just kind of big. He was, you know what I mean? So like, he's not on the yard, he's on the fence. So I look, he got his clothes on, so it look like he's coming back from medical or somewhere, like, I don't know where he coming from. But I just see Drew like he got, yeah, man, OG. I keep hearing him say, OG, man, yeah. So look, man, OG, you gotta come down here where I'm at. He was like, this junk sweet down here, OG. Yeah, this man, listen, man, it's laid back. Yeah, man, it's dudes in here, man. Listen, man, dudes chilling down there, man. You gotta come down there, man. They don't mess with us down 3D. So he had the gate, so the big dude like, all right, I'm gonna try to get down there. You trying to holler at the sergeant. And I heard his voice, like, he just sounded like aggressive slightly. Like, he was like, had an aggressive voice. He was like, all right, I'm gonna try to get down there. You holler at your sergeant. I'm gonna holler at my sergeant. But look, bring me something to eat out here, man. Dinner time, man. He was like, I looked at Drew, because I know he don't have nothing to eat. He just was in my cell bar and stuff. So I'm like, I look at him kind of like, and like, he knew I was listening to their conversation, because everybody on the fence they was the loudest one. So when the dude after that, he was like, oh, all right. And he kind of looked at me like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, man, you ain't even got that. How you gonna promise somebody something to eat? So we leave the yard, we go back in the building. As soon as I go to my cell, who come to my door? I see Drew, he come to the door. He like, yo, Weezy, look, man. Hey, look, man, I need to borrow some more stuff, man. I was like, hold on, first and foremost, I was like, you got all this stuff, come and store there. He went in his pocket, he was like, bro, look, a bunch of people that owe me, bro. Yeah, bro, he good. So he never bucked on me. He never came with no larceny when it came to stuff like that. And he know I was a store boxer, so I just want my stuff back. You gotta give me my stuff back or you bucking on me. So that's all I wanted from him. So he knew that. So I'm like, what's up? He was like, man, I need some soups, chips. You know what I mean? Give me a tuna fish. You know what I mean? Give me a cup cheese. Like, he looking at all my stuff on display. He just picking stuff out like he had a grocery store. Now, I wasn't dumb strapped in there, but I kept chips, soups, the food stuff. Like, I'm gonna keep stuff where I could be able to eat whenever I want to. That's how you're supposed to be in prison. Now, he looking at all my stuff, siling them all up, just calling out items. So when he gets to like, I'll say he almost over a dub. I'm like, hold on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, well, who's this for? I knew who it was for. I'm like, who's this for? He like, nah, they just brought my OG up here, Weezy. I'm like, yo, OG? Because I knew he wasn't in a gang. So this was like kind of like in the stages of my first time. Not really my first time, because I heard the gang members say it, but like, it was kind of like the time that I finally heard from a neutral dude calling somebody an OG. You know what I mean? Like, further down the line at Lawrenceville, I had a couple of old heads from Norfolk. I would call them OG. But by then, that term has been popularized. So, like, I'm saying it now, but this is back on Sus's early 2000s. So, like, he calling the dude that just came up there, the big dude is OG. Like, yeah, Weezy, my OG just got up here, man. Yeah, bro, yeah, man, my OG, man. Yeah, I was like, well, word, where y'all was at? He was like, we was on Nottaway. So when he said that, I'm like, oh, that's who probably turned him out on that dog food. I already knew it. So he like, yeah, man, I get him over the bar. You gonna rock with him, Weezy. He cool. He's super cool. Weezy gonna rock with him. So I'm like, bro, I don't gotta rock with who you rock with, bro. I'm like, man, I don't know that dude, man. I'm like, where you from? He was like, he from where I'm from. He cool, da da da. So he going in. They open the gate, boom, bro shot to the watch commander office. He go, like, we supposed to went the other way. He shoot the other side. They were like, where you going? He's like, I'll holler at the captain. He runs to the watch command office. Drew runs to the watch command office. He in there. He don't come back until we about to go to dinner. So when we come back, he downstairs talking to the sergeant when we about to go to dinner. I'm looking at this man like, this man really pushing the issue with this joint. Shit was crazy, y'all. So boom. I'll say about 2 days later, everybody look up. A cart coming through. See the cart coming in? I seen dude before he even hit the corner. He kind of big. Like, I give dude probably like 260. Like fat, solid dude, pause. Like, you know what I mean? He wasn't muscular crazy, but he had size to him, kind of muscles. Man, he come in and jump. You go to the booth, the lady was like, you going in cell 9. He was like, hit the bottom chair. As he's saying that, you see Drew coming out of the steps. Drew was like, his face was happy. He had the super duper happy face when he was coming out the steps. He seen OG. Because goddamn, Drew slept in cell 22. Was it 20? No, Drew slept in 24 because he was on the top tier by the front. This is my word. Drew coming down the steps like this. OG coming by. He just hollered, lay in the booth. Big dude about to walk by. Drew coming down the steps like, face was happy as a bitch. I'm looking at him like, he going down the steps. He's like, yeah, where you going, OG? He's like, I'm going over here. He walk him over there. Everything copacetic, everything going good. Drew happy that the dude is in here. I'll say that following weekend come around. The following weekend come around, I go to visit. I walk in the visit room. I look. I see Drew. And Drew sitting at the table with his mama and his sister. Then I see the big dude sitting at the table with another lady. But they in there. So I pin it. You know what I mean? Like, he talking to Drew mama. Like they together, kind of like it was a group visit. So the visit over, they come back. You know what I mean? Drew got the smoke and Drew got a little bit of the D-block. Drew get the joint, you know what I mean? He usually come holler at me when he get the joint. This time around, he didn't holler at me. He didn't say nothing. I look up, cell 9, they got the cut up. They was in that jump for a minute, so everybody looking for Drew. What you at? What Drew? What you do? Drew got the cut up. He in that jump for a minute. You know what I mean? Shit crazy. Drew come out with the cut up. I'm like, damn, what's up, bro? What's good? What's good? He like, oh, he high as a bitch, but I know he high off that dog food. He like, damn, what's good? What's good? I'm like, what's up, bro? I'm trying to. He was like, all right, look, you gotta give me a minute, though. You gotta give me a minute. As I'm saying that, a blood dude pull up. You know what I mean? Blood dude pull up. He like, yo, what's up? What's good? What's up? You gonna duck me like that? God damn, you can come borrow my shit and tell me when you get your shit, you gonna goddamn do this. He was like, yeah, I got you. Just give me a second. I got you. Dude was like, yo, man, look, hurry the fuck up, man. So as he's saying that, the big dude come out the jump. It's OG. And I ain't gonna say his OG name, man. Like, I ain't, like, I think he on the land. Oh, no big. But he come out. He come out and say, he like, hey, Drew, come on, man. The dude was like, hold on, I'm talking to him right now. By himself, bro. He was like, what? Big dude was like, what? OG dude, what? He was like, man, look. Drew, come here, man. What I tell you, man? What I tell you? Drew was like, hold on. He picked on the blood dude. Blood dude standing there looking mad. I'm standing there looking confused. I was like, it's too much going on. I shot. I went to go stood by the table. So I'm standing by the table looking at that stuff now because the blood dude looked kind of angry. It's my word. Big dude come out to cell with Drew. You know what I mean? He's come out. Goddamn, big dude say, yo, hey, look, I don't know if you got a problem with my son. I'm like, his son? I'm like, he just called Drew his son? I'm like, damn, this nigga's called Drew his son. He was like, I don't know if you got a problem with my son. But look, goddamn, he ain't giving up none of his shit no more. Cause I'm in the pod now. And if y'all got a problem with that, y'all can just have a problem with it. Dude was like, well, nah, he owe me. He was like, all right, he gonna give you that. But other than that, goddamn, I told him, y'all gotta shoot the one. He gonna shoot the one, and whatever arrangement y'all had after that one, that shit is over with. So whatever you gotta do, if you wanna kick his ass and get your debt paid or whatever the case is out of that, that's what you're gonna have to do. Cause after that fight, it's a wrap. I'm letting you know now. So I'm like, I never heard rules like this. This was nuts. I didn't understand where he was coming from, but he said it. Man, this is my word. That nigga Drew had looked scared as a bitch. Oh, goddamn OG dude, like, yo, you gonna fight. You gonna fight, goddamn it. You gonna fight this nigga. So blood dude like, all right. Blood dude get his homies, they get ready. Goddamn, Drew going to cell with that nigga. They got down, going to jump. They upstairs fighting. I'm nowhere near it. But all you hear is I look up, I see a big dude at the door. He big as hell. It's 2-3 other blood dudes right there. You can't even see them niggas goddamn OG so goddamn big. He at the door, he like niggas in that bitch fighting. Goddamn, a little bit of time going on, nigga went in there, the blood niggas went in there. You see a crowd of people going there. Next thing you know, you seeing Drew coming about the jump. Drew was like, Drew coming about the jump. You come down the steps like this time. He come down the steps. Big dude come behind him. Come on. They go to big dude's cell, his OG. They go to his cell, nigga talk to him. Yeah, you fought though. That's all that matter. You fought. That's all that matter. I look over at Drew. Drew shit shine a game right here. I'm like, God damn. Blood nigga come to the door, his shirt off like, yeah. I'm like, damn. At least he fought though, y'all. So boom. Gotta give him this credit. He fought the dude. Now, did I agree with but I already knew it was gonna happen. The OG dude was gonna end up running the show. That's how this usually works out. I know this how it works out because to see how he was controlling the strings and pushing the buttons to Drew, and Drew was doing whatever he say, I already knew this was gonna be the case. So, like I told y'all, I seen them in the visiting room together, you know what I mean? That little incident that they just had, that jump was over with. Everybody already knew the big dude. It turns out that the big OG dude kind of supposed to be a psycho back in the day or something. Like, I don't know what it is, but he has some size to him, and they say he can fight, and he pushed that thing. So, like, everybody kind of, like, was on edge with him. Like, me and bro, even though he didn't look out for me that day, I didn't care. Like, we didn't have a relationship like he owed me. As long as he paid my commissary stuff back, I didn't care what Drew did. But it's now understood in the pod that the big dude is Drew OG. And they're not in the gang. He just was calling this man randomly OG. So I started seeing that he kind of like look up to this dude crazy because he started like doing stuff the dude do. Like, Drew never worked out. The big dude would work out. So now Drew started to work out with him. Drew started to do this and do that. And I haven't even been close around to this dude yet. You know what I mean? Y'all know I'm pinning this shit from afar. Y'all know I'm thinking about all type of psycho shit. But like the first time that me and him crossed paths and he walked past me, it was kind of like, I couldn't really get close to him to really even scan him, pause. But like, I didn't want to. But I remember one time he was just standing by the water fountain. I just kind of like walked by him just to make sure. And I walked by him, that joint was like, it was a quick joint, like, you know what I mean? I went by, I had to. It didn't go off like that, but I scanned him. I scanned him just to make sure. I'm like, damn. So like this dude is not a predator. Like it didn't, you know what I mean? Like it didn't go off. I just had to make sure that he wasn't a predator. And my predator radar detector showed me that this dude wasn't a predator. I was like, well, is he a Terminator? I was like, he can't be a Terminator because he's not over here using him for nothing. This man is getting the pack and doing whatever he wants with him. So I'm like, I couldn't really figure it out. Maybe he really is his OG. Maybe this just is a dude that he really looks up to. What can I do about that? I couldn't do a damn thing about that. But the only thing I could think about was that, you know what I mean? This nigga Drew kind of moving different, but his OG in the pod, y'all. This is what he does. Like he, you know what I mean? He got bro doing whatever he wanted to do now. So they keep going to visit. I guess they had a tag team thing going over with the visit situation like that. So Drew come to me one day, you know what I mean? Hey, Weezy, hey, yo, bro, look, I need to borrow this, borrow that. I'm like, yo, hold on, man. You ain't goddamn Mike Tyson for Mike Tyson punch out in the face, ain't got no goddamn fool, bro. What you talking about? He like, hey, go ahead, man. He don't look like Mike Tyson. I said, man, that nigga look like Mike Tyson in the damn face. That's what we kind of favor slightly, like a young ass Mike Tyson in the face. So I'm like, yo, bro, how y'all ain't? He was like, nah, we just trying to get this stuff for this meal, for we can eat this meal. I'm like, all right, that's cool. You know what I mean? He was like, look, I got you back when I go to BI this weekend and shit. You know what I mean? He was like, goddamn. You know what I mean? He was like, I'm gonna be straight as shit, goddamn. I was like, all right, that's what's up. So I was like, look, though, what time you going? You know what I mean? I was like, because I got a visit coming. You know what I mean? So you let me know what time you going and shit, goddamn. I'll go ahead and tell my peoples come later because I want to be back when you back. You know what I mean? So I'm basically like, he like, you crazy, Weezy. I mean, you know, I go early, slack. I was like, that's what time I'm going. So we probably around the same time. So the weekend roll around. I go in the visit room. I walk in the visit room. I see goddamn Drew. Drew's sitting at the table with his sister. I get a little closer to the front when I check in at the desk. Yo, White. She's like, okay, I look. Let's see where my people's at. When I looked, I see the big dude sitting at the table with his mama. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what is this? I didn't want to overreact, but I saw it. The big dude is now at the table with his mama. I was like, man, get out of here, man. Like this is nuts right here. Like I wasn't trying to like think the worst, but I was like, everything's gonna tell itself when I get back to the pod. So I get back before them. You know what I mean? I get back in the pod, they come back in. You know what I mean? When they come back in, I'm standing by the door. So Drew come in. Usually he'll run to the door, do his little same routine. You know what I mean? I look up, I see the big dude beeline into his cell. He in cell 9. Drew will usually run upstairs to his cell, be in the cell with the cut up. That's what Drew usually do when he get the package. He doesn't really owe me nothing but what he's supposed to give me for the little commissary I just gave him. Man, he don't do it. He come back in the pod. He see me standing. I'm right there by the front door. I'm still dressed from the visit and everything. He like, oh, hey, what you eat that? What's up, man? Yeah, a good ass mood today. Goddamn, yeah, right. Goddamn, I look up. Hear the big dude open up cell 9. They open his door up. He go on a jump. Can't go up on a jump. So Drew talking to me like, yeah, man, it's crazy. All right, I got you. I'm like, bro, I'm a lot. Oh, what's up? He like, oh, yeah, I got you. Just wait a minute, goddamn. He was like, yeah, you know, goddamn, you know, my mom, she come see my OG now. You know, they talking this shit, man. She like her, man. He like her, man. So I went on to hook OG up with my mama, man. You know, he like my daddy anyway. I'm like, man, you hooked that nigga up with your mama? And I didn't mean to say that because I'm not a hater and it's not my business. But it came out. And he was like, it's like I don't know, reality like went through his head when I told him that. But I was like, bro, you hooked that nigga up with your mama? He was like, yeah, you know, yeah, I mess with him. My mama always see him. You know, her cousin used to call him out. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we used to do on 9 bro. Like, you know what I mean? Now they talk, you know, shit. Goddamn, like, you know, now he just got to look out for me. When he get the joint, he just look out for me and shit. Goddamn. So I was like, you're not going to have nothing no more. He was like, nah, he told me he want to take over. So Mom Duke said it'd just be best, you know what I mean? If he take over and shit, So I'm just letting him take over. I'm like, all right. So he got down dipped. When he dipped, the big dude come out the joint and called him. He called him to the joint. Goddamn. He walked over there with a big OG dude standing at my cell 9. The big OG dude came in, he looked at him, he was like, he looked at me, he was like, how much he owe you? I was like, man, he just owed me about a spoon, man. You know what I mean? He was like, he put it in my hand. And when he put the spoon in my hand, I was about to close my hand. He said, let that be the last transaction with you and my son.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, staying out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes.